guys, Natural Drea here, and I'm back to bring you, I think this is my first ever first impressions. No, it's not. Um, I kind of sort of had one when I did a drugstore routine, foundation routine with my makeup, and I kind of had a couple first impressions, but this is like my official first impressions on some products that have come out. I may be a little late on this, but I kind of wanted to do this video. So I have a couple products. I have the Jaclyn Hill palette, the Fenty Beauty foundation. I have a couple other products that I am trying out for the first time. So if you want to see how I recreated this look, stay tuned. And also don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any more videos from me. So as I said, if you want to continue to watch if you want to see how I recreate this look and the products I'm going to talk about in review and do first impressions on. So I'm starting out with my face already primed and my eyes primed, and I color corrected under my eyes. So the first product I'm going to try out is the NYX Eyebrow Gel, and I have mine in the shade Espresso. Somebody was talking about, one of my friends was doing a Facebook live makeup tutorial, and she was talking about this eyebrow gel. I purchased it, I lost it, and I just found it. So I kind of figured I would do a first impressions on it because I don't think I even used it. So I'm just going to start by, coloring the brows here. I need to go get these done, but so I don't think I've used this before. So it's like a little tube, and I'm going to use my little angled brush here that I normally use for my eyebrows, or to do my eyebrows with. And I guess I'm going to work, it's like a gel-like consistency, so I'm going to work little bits at a time. And it seems to be my shade. So I'm always afraid I go too dark with my brows. I don't like my brows to look like too dark. Not a good look sometimes. So it's kind of nice to have something that looks a little natural, like your brow hairs. And I like this. It's easy to work with, and it's not, you only need like a little bit. Like I talk about a little bit, like a tiny bit for each brow. You don't need a whole lot unless you want to be bold with your brows, but I'm finding that I don't even need that much, and I can do my whole brow with it, which is cool. Pretty good. So far I like this. Oops, put a little too much there. As you can see, the corner out. I like this. I like it. And this is very affordable. Too much there. I forgot how much this was. Probably under $7, maybe under $8. So I'm gonna go back in with my spoolie and make sure everything is even. This little part right here. Guess we'll kind of leave that. But so far I like it. I think they had different shades, so there should be a shade for everybody to really use this product. So next, I'm primed. We're going to go in with the Fenty Beauty foundation. I got mine in the shade 420. When it first launched, I really wasn't going to get the foundations. I said, I have enough foundations, says no one ever. But then I heard everybody talking about it. I heard the reviews, and I said, you know what? Let's go out and try it. It was like $34, which is not bad for a foundation. My shade was sold out in the store when I went back to Sephora to actually get the foundation. So I kind of swatched myself in the store and found that 420 was my shade. So, yeah, I found my shade online by miracle on Sephora one day. I was just like, you know what, let me try to see if I can find my shade. And yeah, lo and behold, it was there. So I think I kind of tested it out just to make sure it was my shade earlier. But it says to shake well. I like that it comes with a pump because I don't like to pour out the foundation because that can get pretty messy. So I'm going to start with maybe 2 pumps in my beauty blender here. And we're going to go ahead and apply foundation. When I applied it, well, I tested it out in the store, I forgot I even had it on because it looked like my skin. It was just nuts. That's like the review I saw. It's just like, it looks like your skin but better, like more flawless and enhanced. And so far I am liking the coverage. I think I maybe more than 2 pumps maybe. So I get a little scared too to apply too much foundation sometimes, and you can always go back and build, It's just something with me. I don't like to have too much foundation on because I'm afraid that, I just don't know. But so far, I am liking this. It just like, looks like my skin. And I like that. This could be good foundation for people who don't like the look of foundation. Just like a more natural, flawless look. And, you know, there's some foundations that you can tell you're wearing foundation. There's some, like my Matte Fit Me Matte and Poreless, people don't realize that I'm wearing foundation. And then my Smashbox Primer Water, you can't really tell that I'm wearing foundation sometimes because it looks pretty flawless and skin-like. And I think this is like a medium, light to medium coverage. You can always build this, but my first impression, I like this. I really, really like it. And I'm kind of glad I did go back and get it, because I don't know if all the shades, most of the shades, I can't talk today. Shades are still sold out, but I'm kind of glad I snagged my shade. So I'm liking this. I really, really like it. Good job, man. Good job. I think I told you guys I have Trophy Wipe, and then I went and picked up the stick highlight and confetti. I swatched it in the store and fell in love with it. So those are the only things I have from the Fenty Beauty. I didn't want to go overboard, but I don't know if I want to go back and get like the concealers and the matchsticks and stuff like that. So I don't know. And I know she's launching a holiday collection, and I need to save my money. She can't take all my coins, but okay. So we're done with all that. So we're going to start with the eyes, and we're going to go in with, hope you can see it, the Jaclyn Hill palette. Yes, I got it the third time it relaunched, because I'm at work when they launch these things, and I can't be sitting there trying to, on my phone or the computer, trying to get a palette. So I think this is the third time around that I got it. I remembered, and I was like, gonna get the palette. I saw the reviews and stuff like that. Just my only thing is I kind of wish it did have, here's the inside. I really love the color range. It's really pretty. You can use this every day. Just gonna come up with a look, I guess. But I kind of wish there was a mirror here, or the color were here or underneath, because it came with a card with all the colors, and I kind of like to know what color I'm using. But other than that, I do like it. The packaging is pretty cool. It can get a little dirty because it's white. I already got some foundation on here already, but we're gonna go in and start creating a look here. So yeah, on with the Morphe M504 brush. And we're gonna start in the crease. Let's see. We're gonna go in with this color. I think this is Punky. I think. Yeah, I kind of wish I didn't have to look at the back and forth of the thing, but it's okay. We're going to go in with this brown shade, because it looks like a typical crease color that I would use in my crease. I like. I do have one Morphe palette. It's a 35U. I wanted the 35O palette, but it always sells out whenever I try to go purchase it. I know they just recently launched a new Morphe palette, which looks really, really pretty. Do I need another palette? I don't know, but maybe I'll go get it. So, I like pretty. I don't know what kind of look. I'm kind of just, not winging it, but just, you know, coming up with something typical that I would wear. Maybe something a little fall inspired. I like this transition shade. It's really light, but I like it. So then we're going to go in with Roxanne here. That's the one underneath. Just like a brick, still like a brick reddish color. Ooh, that's pretty. I like. And I like palettes that have a lot of like transition and shimmer and matte shades. Those are like my typical type of palettes. I don't mind like the pops of color, because I will use the pop of color. But like my typical palette, they have to have transition shades for me, and lid shades and everything. That's just, I could do it all. Like I have the first Tartelette palette. It's all matte. I love it because I can use all the shades in there. I can create a look, day or evening look. This, I feel you can create a day and evening look, which I really, really like. So far so good with this palette. I like the pigmentation of the shadows. I mean, I do like Morphe shadows. I love their brushes as well. But from the one palette that I do have, I really love the pigmentation and everything. So this is so good so far. So next we're going to go in, let me get another brush here. We're going to go in with the Sigma E45, the small tapered one. And I'm going to go in with, I think it's purplish. This color here, which is Central Park. It's like a chocolate brown shade. To deepen the crease a little bit. I've been waiting to play in this. This has been sitting in my drawer, and I thought, let me just pull this out and just do my own first impression. I know it's a little late, but you know what I mean? I wanted to do it myself, for myself, just to review it, you know. Because there's always new makeup launching. It's hard to sometimes keep up with everything that's launching all the time. Like, you want to get everything, but it's like you have to have room for all that stuff. So I'm starting to run out of room with my makeup and stuff. I have a lot. Yes. And I try so hard not to purchase anything else, but when something like really intrigues me and I'm really interested and it's in my price range, I'm going to go get it. So this was in my price range. It's just like 30 something dollars, I think, which is not bad with all the shades that you get here. Not bad. So I kind of like that, you know, you get a lot of value for your money with certain things. But there's some things I know I'm like, I'm not buying that. That's out of my shade range. So yeah, I will say no to some things. I do say no to a lot of things. So we're gonna go. I'm going to take this e.l.f. brush here. I'm going to go into one of these shimmer shades. They're also pretty. This one's calling my name here. This one right here, I think this is Hilster. This is really pretty. It kind of goes with what I'm doing right now. So, it looks like a coppery. Ooh, this is pretty. It's a coppery burnt orange color. It's like perfect for fall. I like this. That is nice. That is very pigmented. Okay. Okay, Margie, I see you. Jacqueline Bell. I like this. I remember when she launched the first palette. It sold out like crazy. I really wanted that palette. And I don't think they restocked it. Sorry, I have a timer on my phone so I can. But I don't think they restocked it, or I missed the restock, because like I said, I'm always at work when these things are launching. Like, can y'all launch something on the weekend or at night or something sometimes? So not regular, but people who are at work when stuff launches, they have a chance to buy it. I know, because my job is sort of busy and demanding, so sometimes I can't be like sitting on my phone waiting for something to launch. I'm, you know, in demand. So this is pretty. I like this. So I'm going to go, I think I'm going to pop a gold on the inside. So let's see. Let's go in with this gold, and this is Queen. I'm just going to flip the brush over on the other side and just go in the inner corner of my eye. This is really pretty. I like the pigmentation. Like, I'm really liking this palette right now. I don't know what took me so long to even dip into it, but good stuff, good stuff. And they're really easy to blend with stuff. I really like this. Okay. So then, I'm going to go in with a clean blending brush. Okay. This is the Morphe B81 brush. I'm just going to make sure everything is well blended here. I'm excited for fall. Fall is like one of my favorite seasons. I just love the weather and just everything about fall. I have to go pumpkin picking soon. Someone's been asking about going pumpkin picking, so we have to get there. So now we're done with the eyes for right now. So now I'm going to go in and highlight and contour. So I'm going to go in with my Sephora Bright Future Gel Stone Concealer in Cream Caramel. I talked about this in my recent favorites, and I really love this concealer. I've been wanting to try it. I've heard everybody raving about it, and you know, I kind of get stuck on my concealers. When I get stuck on one, I want to just stick with it. So this one I had to pick up because I really love this one. So we're going to go in conceal. And I was scared of this color at first because I was like, this is way too light for me. Because it was hard to try. I don't know if they had samples. When it comes to concealers with me, I like to be a little more natural. I don't like the really bright under eye look, but this is actually okay with me. And then I'm going to go in with my AJ Crimson shade number 7. And it's I've been using it a lot. And contour a little bit. I love this cream contour. It was like so easy to work with and blend out, and it's like my perfect shade. Because it's hard for me to find a nice brown contour. They're either too ashy, they don't show up, or it's just not dark enough, or it's too dark, or I just don't, it's not, I don't know, it's just odd. Like, you gotta find the right brown shade, you know what I mean? It's different shades of brown, and it's hard to find, like, your brown, I guess. So I found my perfect brown. I'm gonna stick with that one. The other one I did like, I picked up was in a NYX palette. It was a contour, color correct, and highlight palette, which I really liked, and I used all that up. And then when I picked up the AJ Crimson one, I kind of fell in love, and just that was the only one I just was using. So I think I'm gonna stick with that one for a while. So yeah. And I really want to learn how to really go in and contour and highlight. And I kind of learned from watching YouTube and stuff like that, and learning from people like the Mac Counter and stuff like that. But I kind of really want to learn how to make my cheekbones pop, and just, sometimes I do it. It's a hit or miss for me sometimes. So I'm going to go with the AJ Crimson Bamboo Powder, which is my favorite. I want to try the Sacha Buttercup. Everybody talks about, it's hard when everybody's raving about something and you're stuck on your own thing. You're like, I'm trying to save, I'm on a budget, and then it's just like, oh, whatever. You know what I mean? I was using for a while the Laura Mercier translucent powder. That was my favorite. And I know when everybody was on the Ben Nye banana powder, and then it's just like, you don't hear about it much anymore. I don't hear about it much anymore. Everybody doesn't use that. It's kind of hard to use some setting powders. Like I said about this one, I like it doesn't have a lot of flashback, and I really like this shade. It's like the perfect blend of yellow and translucent, and it's not too much. So we're done with that. So we're going to go back and work with the under eye area. I need to find my smudge brush. There you are. I'm going to use this Sephora smudge brush, one of my favorites. And I'm going to go back in the Jekyll Hill palette. And I'm going to go in with the Central Park, as I said. Central Park, I'm sorry. Central Park color. Oops. I'm going to just smudge underneath. Like that. Pretty good. And then I'm going to wipe the brush off a little bit, and I'm going to go in with Queen, and we'll put that underneath right here, like on the inner corner. And I don't bake for too long. I just bake long enough to, if I'm doing an eye look, just to put the under eye thing, under eye shadow on, and then that's it. So I'm going to dust away the powder with my Sephora Elf brush, one of my favorites. I wonder if you guys like to see a favorite brushes video. Leave a comment and I can do that. I have a lot of high-end and drugstore brushes I really like. Some of my favorites are Morphe, Sigma, I love e.l.f. brushes. I have a couple Sedona Lace. I have some by, I can't even think of them right now. So I have a, pretty good brush collection. I don't mind having like too many brushes. It's fine with me, so. Next I'm gonna try out the Maybelline Fit Me, the Maybelline Fit Me loose finishing powder, and I have mine in the shade Deep. It's kind of hard to shop in a drugstore for finishing powders. I'm hoping this is my shade. Because it was either this or it was dark, and dark was too dark, and the one before this was too light, so this was kind of in the middle. So we're gonna hope that this works. So I'm gonna take my Real Techniques powder brush, one of my favorites, and I was just trying to compare this to my other finishing powders, and it kind of looks the same. So, and I'm not too keen on like loose finishing powders. I like the compact powder type. I think I don't know if this made me a little too ashy looking. I hope not. We're gonna go in contour, but I do like the coverage of it. Pretty cool. I don't know if it's like warm enough or it made me ashy. I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell. We'll see when my makeup sets. Hopefully I'm not looking ashy on camera. Hopefully not. So next we're going to set the contour. I'm going in with my Tarte contour palette, the collab with Makeup Shayla, and this e.l.f. angled blush brush, and I'm going to go in with this shade here. The shade I normally go in with. I use the darker shade and I want to be a little more dramatic, as I said, but I really like this palette. It smells like chocolate, and I guess once you set your contour, you don't get it ashy. So I think I like it, the setting powder. I have to use it again and wear it for a while. So next we're going to go on with the Maybelline Master Chrome metallic highlight in molten gold that everybody was raving about. It's sold out everywhere, and I got my hands on it. Where was I? I think it was at Ulta. I was looking for the Makeup Shayla palette and the mascaras, and then this was there. Or this, where did I find it? I don't remember where I found it, but I found it somewhere, and I want to try it. I am a highlight junkie, in case you guys knew. Ooh, this is pretty. Everybody was talking about this highlighter. And this is a Morphe fan brush M601. Okay, I like. I don't know if this is the one everybody's talking about. I know they have other ones, but I'm liking this. Guys know I'm a highlight junkie. Then I'm going to take a pencil brush. This is a Sigma E30 pencil brush. And I always put my highlight shade in my inner corner whenever I do a look. I don't know, it's just, I kind of like that look. Your inner corner. And I like this. Okay, Maybelline, I like. So next is, I'm going with mascara. You've heard me talk about this one, the Big Shot. This is the collab with Makeup Shayla, doing Baddest Black, I'm sorry. One of my favorite mascaras. I love drugstore mascaras. Maybelline's one of my favorite. And I think CoverGirl, I forgot which one it was, had one that I really liked. I don't know if they still have it. It was like one of my favorites. My favorite high-end mascaras, the Too Faced Better Than Sex one, that's my favorite. MAC, I forgot which one that is. I like my lashes to look really long and voluminous. I just like them to have a little length and just look a little more fuller. I don't know if I want to put a wing, because I kind of like this how this is. I don't know. I don't have my, hold on a minute. forgot my eyeliner. Okay. Trying to make sure I had everything. Oh, and I forgot to set my brows. I got, where is this? This e.l.f. Clear gel, because there's an e.l.f. store in my local mall, which is a very, very bad thing. Forgot to try this out. Because sometimes my brows, my hairs get a little out of line. Forgot to set them. I never got to do something. They had like tinted ones, but I kind of like the clear one. Pretty cool. You know what? I'm not going to do a wing. I kind of like this the way it is. It's really, really, I like it. So I'm not going to go in. I don't think I have any other first impressions products to talk about. So I'm just going to finish this look off. Lips. I have a couple colors here. You know what? So I'm going to go in with this lip pencil in Bespoken For. Find that. I got this, they had a holiday collection, I think. It was like this, I think it was a lip gloss and a liquid lipstick. I don't remember. The MAC has some of my favorite lip liners. First Chestnut, Night Moth, Lino. And then I'm going to go in with Anastasia Beverly Hills Trust Issues. Just going to make this a true fall look. I'm like obsessed with this liquid lipstick. I love this color. If you hear noise, I think that's the trash truck coming to get the trash, so sorry about that. They usually come in the morning. They're late today. And then we're going to set our face with the Boscia White Charcoal Mattifying Spray. I'm running low, as you can tell. Set the face. I usually tightline and waterline, but I don't know where my black eyeliner is. So that is it for my first impressions video. Overall, I liked everything. I just have to really try out the Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder again. As I can tell, I don't look too ashy or bad, so I think it works pretty well. I love the foundation, the Fenty Beauty foundation. Brianna did a really great job with everything. I'm like obsessed with that foundation. The Jaclyn Hill palette, I'm loving it. I love the color range, the pigmentation, everything. The Maybelline highlight, yeah. Love that. And the NYX eyebrow gel, I really like this. So basically I pretty much loved everything. Just a little iffy on the finishing powder, but other than that, I really did like everything. So let me know down below if you tried any of these products and what were your thoughts. And until next time, see you guys later.